Hi. It's now time to go ahead and read the first couple chapters of the Omnivore's Dilemma. We've officially cleared the introduction, although we're going to use the very end of the introduction to do a little bit of writing at the end of today's lesson. So we're going to be starting with part one, which is called The Industrial Meal, Food from Corn. And I'm going to break this into a couple different parts, and you can just click each link to listen to each section. But you also should have open on your computer the text so that you can follow along. That's a great way for your brain to really improve its ability to read, is to listen to reading while you're actually looking at the words also. So we're going to go ahead and start chapter one, which is called How Corn Took Over America. And the first section is called A Field of Corn. We're going to go ahead and stop at each section, and then you can click the next link when you're ready. How Corn Took Over America, A Field of Corn. The average supermarket doesn't seem much like a field of corn. Take a look around one. What do you see? There's a large air-conditioned room. There are long aisles and shelves piled high with boxes and cans. There are paper goods and diapers and magazines. But that's not all. Look again. Somewhere behind the brightly colored packaging, underneath the labels covered with information, there's a mountain of corn. You may not be able to see it, but it's there. I'm not talking about the corn in the produce section. That's easy to recognize. In the spring and summer, the green ears of corn sit out in plain view with all the other fruits and vegetables. You can see a stack of ears next to the eggplants, onions, apples, bananas, and potatoes. But that's not a mountain of corn, is it? Keep looking. Go through the produce to the back of the supermarket and you'll find the meats. There's corn here too, but it's a little harder to see. Where is it? Here's a hint. What did the cows and pigs and chickens eat before they became cuts of meat? Mainly corn. Go a little further now. There's still a lot of corn hiding in this supermarket. How about those long aisles of soft drinks? Made from corn. That freezer case stuffed with TV dinners? Mostly corn. Those donuts and cookies and chips? They're made with a whole lot of corn. Supermarkets look like they contain a huge variety of food. The shelves are stuffed with thousands of different items. There are dozens of different soups and salad dressings, cases stuffed with frozen dinner and ice cream and meat. The range of food choices is amazing. Yet if you look a little closer, you begin to discover it's all corn. Well, maybe not all corn, but there's still an awful lot of it hiding here. A lot more than you suspect. We think of our supermarkets as offering a huge variety of food, yet most of that huge variety comes from one single plant. How can this be? Corn is what feeds the steer that becomes your steak. Corn feeds the chicken and the pig. Corn feeds the catfish raised in a fish farm. Corn-fed chickens lay the eggs. Corn feeds the dairy cows that produce the milk, cheese, and ice cream. See those chicken nuggets in the freezer case? They are really corn wrapped up in more corn. The chicken was fed corn. The batter is made from corn flour. The starch that holds it together is cornstarch. The oil it was fried in was corn oil. But that's not all. Read the label on any bag of chips, candy bar, or frozen snack. How many ingredients do you recognize? Maltodextrin, monosodium glutamate, ascorbic acid? What are those things? What about lecithin and mono, di, and triglycerides? They are all made from corn. That golden food coloring? Made from corn. Even the citric acid that keeps the nugget fresh is made from corn. If you wash down your chicken nuggets with almost any soft drink, you are drinking corn with your corn. Since the 1980s, almost all sodas and most of the fruit drinks sold in the supermarket are sweetened with something called high fructose corn syrup. Read the label on any processed food, and corn is what you'll find. Corn is in the non-dairy creamer, and the Cheese Whiz, and the frozen yogurt, and the TV dinner, and the canned fruit, and the ketchup. It's in the candy, the cake mixes, the mayonnaise, mustard, hot dogs, and bologna, the salad dressings, and even in some vitamins. Yes, it's in a Twinkie too. There are some 45,000 items in the average American supermarket, and more than a quarter of them now contain corn. This goes for the non-food items as well, everything from toothpaste and cosmetics to disposable diapers, trash bags, and even batteries. Looking at the little infographic, hidden corn. Ever look at the ingredient list on a food label and wonder about those strange names? All of those common ingredients and hundreds more are made from corn. Modified starch, unmodified starch, glucose syrup, maltodextrin, ascorbic acid, crystalline fructose, lactic acid, MSG, caramel color, xanthan gum. Corn is in places you would never think to look. It's in the wax that coats the other vegetables in the produce section. It goes into the coating that makes the cover of a magazine shine. It's even part of the supermarket building because the wallboard, the flooring, and many other building materials are all made with corn. Okay, so that ends the first section.